What is going on, y'all? I've had a lot of folks ask me about fly fishing, if I teach lessons, asking for tips and tricks. I figured I don't really know how to approach it other than just going on a guide. A lot of people just want to learn how to cast. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to teach it for free here online. And as well as if you want to stop at the house and we can go to the lake in the back, or if you want to go to a local park or something, I'm just going to give my time and just teach a few more people how to fly cast. I'm not a licensed instructor. I've just been doing it for, 25 years or so. And over time, showing people how to do this, I've developed a few tricks and techniques to show them what to focus on to make the cast happen. So I just wanted to kind of start off with a little fly fishing series, how to saltwater flats fly fishing, inshore kind of stuff. It would apply to bass and warm water. Just kind of how to get started. Today we're going to talk about reel sizes and what we use on these saltwater flats. This applies from Texas to Florida and everywhere in between. Anywhere you're fishing for slot-sized fish, let's say. So we're talking about trout, redfish, drum, sheephead, yada, yada, yada. So let's look at reel sizes. So this would be some typical size reels or rod reels that we would use. They're numbered. I think the number is actually for the size of the fly line, and then everything is adjusted to that. So here's some typical sizes that I would use on the salt flats: 5, 8, and 9. You can see the size difference. 5 would be on the super light side for me. I also have some 6s and 7s, and then you got 8, 9, and then of course it goes 10, 11, 12, it goes on up. What would 5 be for me? 5 would be like if I'm throwing all day and I don't want to be throwing a heavy rod, wear my shoulder out, and it's calm, there's not a lot of wind, I'll go to a 5 a lot. 8, this is meat and potatoes for most people on salt flats. This 8 weight rig is very light. It feels like a 7 almost, which I do have 6s and 7s in between here. You don't see them here, but they would be in this gap. But this guy's so light, it feels like a 7, and I use it a ton, especially if there's wind and I need to punch through the wind. So then you would move up to the 9. This would be if I see bull reds around, big giant black drum. This would be the upper end of, the larger slot, above slot stuff. Small sharks are around. Maybe I see some tarpon rolling that are in the 30, 40 pound range or something. I'm grabbing a 9 weight. And then, of course, if you're like going to jetties and you're looking for bigger tarpon and jacks, you're going to go to 10, 11, and on up. But for the flats, this would cover it right here. A lot of times, like I say, I'm in the 6 zone, 7s, just depending on how much I'm throwing, how many fish I'm seeing. But that just kind of gives you an idea on the size rods that we use down here. And when you go below 5, like 4 and 3, you're starting to talk about panfish and small trout and rivers and stuff like that. So that kind of gives you a general idea on how this works with sizes. So on the flats, we're somewhere between 5 and 9, usually landing around 7, 8, I'd say for most people. Well, there you go. There's your first fly fishing, saltwater flats fly fishing tip for the day. And let's get out there. If you're coming to Rockport, let me know. We'll get out in the field, show you a few tricks on how to throw, and maybe you'll catch a fish on saltwater this year. If you've never done it before, it's an amazing experience. It's a game changer. There's so much of a connection between you and the fish with the fly rod that is a lot different than a spinning rod. So give it a shot if you haven't tried it. We'll see you later. What?